Hello and welcome back to Through the Cubbyhole. I feel like I haven't said that in such a long time because I've had a little bit of a break and reassessed some things and decided what I want to move forward with, things that I need to put on hold for now. And that's what sort of brings me to the topic of this episode. And I am in no means an expert on life or anything like that. But I have been into, not as much recently, but I have really been into listening to a lot of self-help and self-development and all that sort of stuff. And I really put that into use this last week, just making a few decisions on what I'm going to do moving forward. So I absolutely love the podcast. I love speaking to other home accounts and creators and sharing that with everybody, and obviously sharing my passion for interiors, renovation and whatever else. But I was finding it really hard to keep on top of the weekly episodes. I introduced a broadcast channel to my Instagram account. I started a mailing list. And to be honest with you, it was just all too much, all too quickly when there's a lot going on behind the scenes in my personal life. I've been quite open in the fact that we have been having fertility struggles and we have our wedding in 3 months and we've had stag do's and hen do's and we've had so much going on. But I felt like I'd basically bitten off more than I could chew in terms of my account and everything I wanted to do alongside that. And I still want to do all them things, but I've had to decide for now until, especially when the wedding is done and dusted, because I just have so much to do where I've left it so last minute. I've had to really think about what things I want to keep, what things I want to reduce, what things I want to put on hold. And that that is sort of the topic of this episode. It's just it's okay when things are too much. It's okay to say no to things. It's okay to protect your brain from life and all the other things that are going on in your brain every single day. It's okay to look at them things and work out what you can cut out, cut down, say no to, just to make life easier, because life is hard. It's not always easy. And I think if we can try and put things into place to make our life easier, why not? And it's not a failure. So because I've put my mailing list on hold until after the wedding, it's important for me now to not feel like I've failed in that, because I haven't failed. It's just, it was all too much too soon, and that's fine. And it's on hold and it will be back. And it is something that I want to work on and do. The podcast for me, I have to do it. I love it. I love it so much. And I am going to be continuing with that. But what I've decided going forward is I'm going to do 2 episodes a month. So every other week. And it's going to be one sort of interior based or lifestyle based, which is just me, and then one guest episode where I bring someone on and I talk to them and ask them questions and do what I love to do and speak to other home interior enthusiasts. And that is the plan going forward for now. After the wedding it may change, but I really, really wanted to stick with my podcast because I love it so much. So there will be episodes every other week now, and I think I'm still going to go with a Sunday, but if a Monday might work better, I'm not sure. And just drop me a message into the comment box if you're listening, watching, Spotify, YouTube, whatever. Just let me know what you think is better, a Sunday or a Monday. But that's what I'm going to do going forward. And I just wanted to do a very brief episode just before going back into my new routine of what I've got in my head. But just, I was thinking how much pressure people put on themselves, and I put pressure on myself. I stress myself out. There's things not just with my account and my business side of things, but even in my personal life, there's things that I'm having to do to protect my energy. I'm trying to not stress myself out too much about the wedding. There's things I'm thinking, right, at this stage, I've got 3 months. I said I was going to be a DIY bride. I haven't really done anything. So are there things now that I could change to make life easier, to not feel so stressed and so pressured? And I don't want to get to the wedding day and just feel exhausted because I've left everything and everything's a stress and it's just a big rush and it's chaos. I really don't want that. It's not It sounds crazy to say, but it's not worth it, which is odd when it's your wedding and it's, I only plan on doing this once. But as long as people come and have a great time and we both have a great time, like all these little details, like they don't matter that much. I mean, I'm very much into the aesthetics and things looking nice. So obviously I'm going to make it look nice. But if there's things that I can do now, if I can think, right, I can actually make this easier for myself. If I do this, it's still going to look nice, but it's not going to cause me as much stress to make, to order, to afford. There's so many elements to everything. And I just think if we can look at the bigger picture, like take a step back and look at it all and just see if there are things that we can do to make our life easier, and to not feel like in doing that and in saying no to things and in saying, I'm going to put this on hold, or I'm going to stop doing this for now, or I'm going to reduce something that I'm doing to make, the load a little lighter. That isn't failing. It's actually taking control. I see it as. It's not a failure. It's just, it needed to be tweaked. And bottom line is that your brain, your mental health, your energy is the most important thing. And that's what you've got to nurture before anything else. And you've got to break it down into sections of your life, things that are going on, events, whatever it might be, and work out how you can make it easier, what things you can do to make the load a lot lighter and to feel more happier in what you're doing. So yeah, as I said, the podcast is going to continue, and I'm really, really excited to get going with that again, because the break has been too long, far too long, and I need to get back to it because I just love it. It's such a huge passion of mine. I love podcasts. I listen to podcasts pretty much every single day. I absolutely love them. So for me to be doing my own, and for me to be doing that over a year, I think it's like maybe a year and a half now, I don't want to let that go. So in order for me to not let that go, other things have had to take a back seat and for now, and I've had to reduce what I'm doing. But that's fine, and it's still going to be good, and I'm still going to bring everything that I was bringing before, and it probably actually be better quality because it's every other week, which I'm hoping anyway, fingers crossed. But yes, this is a very, very quick episode, this one, because I just wanted to come on, I just wanted to speak, and it just really got me thinking about my own situation, but about how other people, maybe if you're not into especially self-development and self-help and all that sort of stuff, I think the pressures of life can get on top of you and it feels like you don't want to drop the ball. But sometimes it's okay to drop the ball and think, do you know what? Let me put this ball down for a second. What can I do to make things easier? Like, it's fine. And it just got me thinking, really. So yeah, I wanted to do just a very brief episode just about that, really, and how it's not a failure. You need to do what you need to do, and you need to put yourself first. You need to protect your energy, protect your mind, because otherwise, if you're doing too much, nothing can be great because you're spread too thinly. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping anyway for myself, is that I spread myself too thinly, and now it's about what I can do to just balance things out a little bit better and still be sane at the end of the day. So that is what I'm going to be doing from now until probably the end of September. We get married at the beginning of September, but I feel like I'm going to be in such a bubble, and then I think it's going to be really surreal. So probably to the end of September, and then I'll reevaluate everything. But if it's working, if it works, just doing the 2 episodes a month, then I'll continue that. It's whatever works for me and my brain capacity, basically. So yes, thank you so much for listening to this episode. And as I said, I will be back with a guest episode. That'll be the next episode. And I am back now. There is a routine. We haven't worked out whether it's Sunday or Monday yet. I think I'll stick to Sunday, but if you think Monday might be better, please let me know and I'll do a Monday instead. But yeah, thank you so much for listening, and I will be back for another episode of Through the Cubbyhole.